Hello, thanks for tuning in. This is Karen Summers with Karen's Daily Creature Comforts for the day of September 13th, 2017. Welcome back, subscribers. Hello, viewers. It's an interesting reading that we have in store. We have the Six of Coins reversed, crossed by the Two of Coins. Six of Coins reversed, crossed by the Two of Coins. Actually, like that. And when you see these cards, this talks about financial challenges, but however, the Two of Bottom crossing it is people are going to be resourceful. They're going to have like two jobs, ways of coming together, but it's going to be a balancing act. And we're talking about, it still looks like a lot of this has to do with what's going on with relief in the world, some of the natural disasters going on, because of the Four of Springs card hold and our past relevant to our situation is talking about vacationers. So again, this talks about people who, went on a vacation, went to the Bahamas or Floridians even, or so this is what this is talking about. We have two reverse cards in the near future. One is the Ace of Swords, and when this is reversed, usually it's talking about cutting through adversity. When it's reversed, it has more to do with people that are ruthless. So this is what, there's no surprises that that's exactly what people are experiencing. But then we have this is the Page of Cups reversed. So this also talks about some difficult news. This is your strength in the situation. And the Lover's card in the effects of others around us, this talks about, it talks about decisions, important decisions that will be made. It also talks about, marriage, those things that you would find consistent with a Lover's card, like marriage and proposals and that kind of thing. We have the Queen of Coins card. This is in our hopes and fears position, and this is basically people hoping that they can meet their needs, meeting their needs of their imminent need, maybe just getting back to their homeland. And the Emperor card is talking about government. So it just seems, the government, because Emperor always talks about, but this is hold for the day, so it's not particular to any one person. It's kind of a world reading, and we're still kind of looking at coming back from disasters. And we have the Emperor card here, and again, this talks about the government. And it doesn't have, of course, it's not just the U.S. government. It's there's a lot of energy on governments all over the world right now. The Ace of Springs card in our now position is talking about how people are this is usually opportunity when it's in its upright position. So this is like unwillingness or that kind of thing. It's like people are being stalled because of these things that are going around, because of other governments that they don't even have a citizenship with. They can't, of course, get back to their homeland, or they're having that kind of trouble getting a visa or those kind of things. So it's just talking about, it's more of the same energy I see from Mercury retrograde. Remember, even though Mercury retrograde goes direct, it went direct on the 5th, we're still feeling the effects of Mercury retrograde. And but there's always the hope of future breaking through this energy, this stop energy. And then the Queen of Cups card is also talking about, your intuition. It could be somebody who, this is the basis or foundation for the reading. These are sometimes just talking about mysticism or the occult. So the basis of the reading, you might be trying to figure out if you need some proof or evidence for you or some signs that God is still with you, helping you. And I'm here to say, yep, that's happening. That's definitely happening. And to prove it, I'm going to, not really prove it, but more to validate it, I'm going to walk through the House of Cards and have the Supreme Being, God Goddess, talk to us with each card, and that will give us a sense that they're still alive and everything's happening as it's supposed to be. Alive in the sense of gods don't have bodies. I mean, God doesn't have a physical body. However, he's the evidence to me. I know he exists. I know she exists. Queen of Cups. And the basis or foundation of a reading. So basically the God or Supreme Being is saying, look, I'm actually here to help. Because this environment that we came to and took a body with, we have free will. So the only way that anybody can intervene, there can be divine intervention, is there's a willingness on your part to be helped. So the Supreme Being is saying, look, I'd love to help, but you do actually have to ask and give me permission to intervene. And that's the advice. And then the significator card, 6 of coins reversed. Yeah, so money's not everything. Many people around the planet barter. The United States is not big on bartering, but people need to have their awareness about that. Don't, operate, you've got blinders on, because a lot of people around the world, they do barter. So you need to have your awareness if you want to, or just by being polite, you might find that you get your plane ticket and you get on the plane. You need to be polite. No, not polite you need to be polite. You need to step out of your box and look at what people want. If you're having trouble creating something, then you need to look at, maybe it's because I'm not saying hello to that individual in a way that they need me to say hello. The 2 of coins crossing the card, so bartering. Wise advice. The Supreme Being is saying there is a silver lining. I actually want people to interact with each other more. And back to that. The reason why these world events happened is because people forgot what the most important thing is, and it's people. And they were isolating too much. They were willing to isolate. So the Supreme Being is telling us, God Goddess, that you have to come out of your comfort zone, your safety zone, and start mixing and being comfortable with that, because that might change things. It might benefit you to look at that at least. And the Ace of Wands card reversed in our now position of the reading. He's saying, I want people to act as if they are being helped, and so it is. It's like a meditation space, but it's an active meditation space. So when you believe you're going to be helped and that all is well, and so it is. So it is means amen. You know, it's just like it increases your ability to manifest, but it's in a one of gratitude. It's gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude for being alive, that you have another day on the planet. The Four of Wands card, this is the past relevant to the current situation. He's asking, the Supreme Being is saying, I want you to help each other as much as possible. He wants it to be a more global world where people help each other as much as possible. And we have all these, he's showing us that each one of us has all these talents that we bring to the table. One person's a psychologist, one person's a dentist, one person's an architecture, one person's a beautician, one person is a clergyman, one person is a government official. We have all these skill sets that we bring to the table, so we need to reach out and help as best we can. You get the picture? Don't always rely on currency. Ace of Swords reversed. What's this talking about? Yeah, to me, they're talking about staying strong even when everything appears as if it's falling apart. Stay strong. Walk. Stay strong. Linked arms with the Supreme Being. The Princess of Spring card, Page of Wands reversed. He's saying the news is only bad if your reaction, if the way you react, it's kind of like if you own the news as the truth, then it's only bad if you own the news. It's kind of like if a tree falls in the forest, does it exist before it falls if there's nobody to hear it? So he's saying, yes, this is bad news, quote unquote. However, depending on how you react to it, it either becomes your reality. At that moment, it becomes your reality. So, in a way that becomes more difficult to change because you're owning it for your truth. The Lover's card, these are just concepts that I know that it sounds too simplistic, but he's trying to explain to what the learning situation is. And this is some of the learning situation. The Lover's card, and effects of others around us. Yeah, so they're saying that when people use the fourth chakra to say hello to others, then the impossible can be possible. Because you're saying hello to the spirit. Say hello to people from hi, it's kind of like this. If you don't love yourself, when you talk to other people, they feel that they're not being loved when you talk to them because you're emanating this non-love for yourself. Okay? So just anytime that you have something that needs to happen, start loving you, and people will feel as if when you talk to them or interact with them that they are loved because you're emanating that in your aura. Okay. And then the Queen of Coins. Yeah. Queen of Coins. And the hopes and worries position of the tarot reading here, right across. Yeah, so it's kind of like saying hello to God. He's saying worshiping God, but in a way, a brand new way. Less authoritarian, more kinship, more of this is the person who likes me, even loves me, wants the best for me. Supreme Being's really going, I really don't really want to be worshipped. He's more interested in that you love yourself, not that, worshiping your God spark, the part that He lent to you when you got the body. And the Emperor card, and let your God spark say hello to other people's God sparks. It's your common denominator that people are interested in, not things that set you apart or divide them from you and vice versa. The Emperor card, I hear business as usual, but people have been changed as a result of these energies blowing through. And I'm just thrilled by how the Supreme Being puts all the puzzle pieces together. He's extremely adept, awe-inspiring, so thanks again, Supreme Being, for helping me, God Goddess, get the message out. It's been an honor doing this tarot reading. Until next time, I'm wishing you so much light and love. Bye-bye.